Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I'm Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a good day, a wonderful, splendiferous day. Let's talk about illness, long-term illnesses, illnesses that don't just go away. Now, I am lucky, I've got a very analytical mind and I do a lot of research. I am confident in my abilities to research an illness, to look into ways to deal with it, anything that I can actually fix myself. That's what happened with the diabetes. As soon as I knew it was going to be diabetes, which by the HB1 result is usually pretty damn accurate, and they just do a second one to make sure. So as soon as I found out that, I came home and I Googled diabetes type 2. Then I started to do the basic research, reminding myself on what I knew back when Paola was alive, when she had diabetes. I then went on the Reddit diabetes groups and did a loop there. I then switched over to ChatGPT and I also loaded up my own AI model, that is a health and medical model. And so between all those things, I started to correlate data. I started to look for what is the prime thing you've got to keep an eye on to help with diabetes, and it's food, anything that doesn't spike blood sugar. Keeping the blood sugar at a lower range, not too low, but at a lower range, is the best thing you can do and lose some weight and drink more water. Basic things. It's not rocket science. And so then I started to research foods and I came to the conclusion that, oh shit, 90% of the food in my house is high to middle glycemic range. This was done on purpose. This wasn't a mistake. Remember, because of my gastric system problems, I need to be eating more calories. Have you seen with the amount of weight I've lost when I drop myself down to a normal person's amount of calories a day, 2,000, 2,200 calories? I am fucking losing, like, on average, almost, I lost 17 kilograms in 22 days of weight. So, therefore, yeah, it shows how much food I was having to eat just to keep my weight stable and going a little bit up, just in case a bad thing happened. Bad thing happened, getting diabetes. So thankfully I had a good friend who was able to loan me some money to basically rip out I would have been selling this MacBook Air because it was that important. I would have got rid of the MacBook Air because I needed to literally get rid of most of the food in the house. Cupboards full of pasta, fridge is full of potatoes and all these kind of things, that ramen and all that, and all these kind of things with a high glycemic rate. Stuff that for me to keep my weight high was cheap and easy to get. So I did all of that research. I started to work out what I could do. Thankfully, fuel turns out to be the shake that I have in the morning, which helps my gastric systems work and does me quite good. I was able to factor in that and worked well. The good thing is I don't drink sugar-based drinks or I don't have coffee with sugar or tea. I don't have any of those. I exist basically on just flavored water, and that's it for me. So that was a positive thing that was easy to continue with. But the doctor gave me this. Well, the nurse, diabetic nurse, gave me this, and this is basically the type 2 diabetes. Tells you how to do your diet and everything, fruit and veg. Like I knew straight away, it was like aim to eat at least 5 portions of fruit and veg per day. Potatoes are very high in carbohydrates, so don't count them. Nice page on here, which is slightly something that I learned. I'm going to just go to it in a minute. They had nice little things that showed what different things had high glycemic rate. I don't know how you pronounce that word, so I'm going to butcher it further. All the things that I'm doing that I researched are on this list. I have not made any mistakes. So then this is some of the interesting things. This is why it's so challenging for a person with diabetes, because the part of the thing is you want, if your blood sugar spikes, then your body can take damage. Your liver, your kidneys, your eyes, your peripheral nerve endings. When they took me in yesterday, one of the things they do is have you lie on a bed and they test your nerve endings. It's kind of funny because they use this little, my feet are quite ticklish. So, and they use this little thing and you have to close your eyes and they touch each one of your toes and they're in a specific place. And of course, I've got full feeling it hasn't done any damage. And then they take a tuning fork and go boing, and they says one more, and then they touch the tip of your toe, each toe with the tune, and see if whether you can feel that. It's all to judge how your reactions are and what your body's coping with and how it's working. But this is how hard it is. First of all, a small 30 gram. Remember, we've got the whole point is not to spike your blood sugar and stuff like processed sugar and that you put in a drink and that will spike it. That will always spike it. That is pure sugar that is going to bounce you off the moon. So think about this. A small 30-gram slice of white bread has the same impact on your blood sugar as almost 4 teaspoons of table sugar. Like that. It's one small slice of bread. This is why I don't have bread in the house anymore. What I've got instead is these seaweed thins. I make little sandwiches with seaweed things, which are very thin pieces of seaweed. The seaweed is good for you anyway, so I put tuna on them and that. I can't have normal sandwiches anymore. Just a normal sandwich would guarantee to spike my thingy and could do damage to it. Could affect the retina at the back and cause blindness. I'm not panicking. I'm not trying to cause anybody thingy on this, but this shit is real. I've seen the results of it in actual renal wards when Paola was in the real world, so I know the damage that can be done if you don't take control of this situation. So think about that. One slice of white bread got the same impact on your blood sugar as almost 4 teaspoons table sugar. 100 and this is why I can't have rice in the house. 150 grams of rice affects your blood sugar to the same extent as 10 teaspoons of table sugar. Think about for how many people rice is a mainstay. This is why I can't order Chinese. This is why I've had to get rid of all of the rice in the house. Socks. 150 grams boiled potatoes raises your sugar as much as 9 teaspoons. tablespoons of table sugar. So, potato meals are out. Potato in a stew is out. By contrast, 150 grams of broccoli has the same impact on your blood as half a spoon of barely touches it. And a breakfast of plain yogurt and berries or cheese omelette will represent far less glucose than toast or cereal. It's very, very hard. There's so much sugar in processed food. Processed meats and that. You've got to stay away from the processed meats like bacon, unfortunately, and so on. Very good information. Information that I already knew, that within the first 3 hours of me getting home, I had deep dived fucking everything and put all this stuff together. Now, this is the thing. Whatever illness you're facing, it's better to be informed. Now, first of all, don't go to insular groups on Facebook. There's a few good groups out there on Facebook for stuff, but a lot of them are echo chambers which don't trust medical facts and all this kind of shit and will blame autism on 5G and you know, the kind of thing. Very easy to get into that crowd. Very easy to get waylaid. Like, remember, sweet corn, a lot of like sure blood sugar, unfortunately. So does carrots. Things like that. You've got to watch it. So look for information from groups. There's usually a group on Reddit that is for every single fucking illness out there. Every type of cancer, every type of diabetes, every type of kidney problems, liver problems, everything. There's a group out there that will have it, and they're usually well moderated and they're usually good. That check up medical journals. Do research, because then you can ask questions of your doctor that are informed. And ask your doctor if he says something to you and you don't understand, ask him to explain it. You're the patient. It's your right to know what's going on with your body. Take that kind of initiative. I take it to the ultimate degree because I'm autistic, because my brain likes to deep dive and it's highly motivated when it comes to these things. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm following the guidance, which aligns with all the stuff I was already doing. Be back. Generally, going to be trying to play a lot of computer games and decompress and use that to just wind down my brain from all this stress. Later today or tomorrow, I will know my potassium readings, whether they've gone up or further down. Really can't do anything until then. And stressing about it, even though it's impossible not to stress, does not help. So, yay for coping strategies. So I hope you're all having a good day. I'm going to be doing a video after this on panic attacks, because boy, have I had to deal with some panic attacks recently. Bye bye for now.